gorgeous, my name is Ara and today I'm going to be doing a video using all of my Lisa Eldridge products. I am obsessed with Lisa. I love everything about her. She is so knowledgeable in everything makeup, and all of the products I own from Lisa are incredible, absolutely amazing, and I want to share them with you today. So without further delay, we're just going to get started. I'm starting off with my favorite primer, my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. And I'm just gonna prime everywhere. My skin's been a little bit dry as of late, especially with that last foundation I wore yesterday, which definitely didn't help my skin. Let's see what I can do here. I'm just gonna use an old brush I have. I don't even know if this has a name to it. I don't think it does. I'm gonna use my Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation. I have been in the shade 7. I probably could have gone with the shade 5 for winter. The shade is just a touch too dark, but I'm gonna make it work. Besides, I'm wearing a sweatshirt, so not like anyone's gonna notice. And this foundation, if you're not familiar with it, it is very skin-like. It's more of a satin finish. It's not dewy. It's not totally matte. It's kind of like a beautiful in-between. And it looks flawless every time I wear it. And I do have 2 shades. I bought a summer shade and a winter shade, this one. But I probably should have gone with shade 5. Oh well. All right, the same thing as before. I'm gonna use my Melt 708 buffer brush. This is my favorite for foundation. I'm just gonna buff that all over. And this shade, this foundation actually builds up nicely. I have worn it as a full coverage. If my foundation looks good, I feel better. It just makes me so happy. A good foundation always makes me feel so much more confident, so much better. And you never have to work too hard with a good foundation. But I do love it. This foundation never does me wrong. Never does me wrong. Okay, moving forward. Where's my concealer? Just taking my absolute favorite, the Dior Forever Skin Correct. I have mine in the shade 1CR. Just gonna do a little bit of correcting here. I only ever use that much. Makes me nervous to put a lot of concealer under my eyes. Besides, it works for me. This is my Sigma F67. Is it? Yeah, Skin Perfector. I use this brush all the time. You'd think by now that I would figure it out and have it memorized. What do you guys like to do for fun? Other than doing my makeup, which is such an artistic release for me. I feel like it is the way that I can just calm down and feel like I can let my creative side flow. I love to do bodybuilding and weightlifting. This has been a very difficult year for me. I may not look like it right now, but yes, that has always been my favorite thing to do. And when I'm not doing that, I love playing video games. And lately, I have been, well, I've always played World of Warcraft. I've been playing that since December of 2006. But the new patch just dropped for Dragonflight, and I've been trying to get caught up and play with my husband. I haven't powdered yet. I'm actually gonna zoom you in because this is everything I want out of a foundation and a concealer. Specifically the foundation because I am doing a video on Lisa Eldridge, but I wanna show you this. My nose looks fabulous, especially compared to the last foundation I used. I don't feel like I have to powder because it dries down nicely. It's still just ever so slightly tacky. But it looks just immaculate. This foundation, I can't say enough good things about it. is just everything I want in a foundation. You can only buy this foundation as of right now from the Lisa Eldridge website, so just keep that in mind. And she usually sends out shade match cards, like foundation cards, so you can shade match yourself. Or you can just buy the card. I think it's like $3, but I love it. Okay, I am gonna powder my under eyes though. I have to. And I'm gonna take my ambient lighting powder Ethereal Light from Hourglass. And I'm just gonna powder my under eyes. I'm gonna use my Sonia G. This is the Detail Pro brush. It's the one I love the most for my under eyes. I'm just gonna kind of pick that up here. Just powder underneath. I do have my Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom powder. It's a heavier powder than I would like under my eyes, but I'm gonna use that to powder the rest of my face. Switching over, I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Easy Bake Setting Powder. I love this powder. I have several backups. That's how much I love it. Just not the biggest fan of it under my eyes. And then for those of you who are very sensitive to smell, this one is very heavily fragranced, so do keep that in mind. Just gonna do my T-zone for now because I do want to use a stick bronzer and a cream highlight and blush. So I'm just doing right here. Just want to get it right in my T-zone. Ooh, I need a buffing brush. Whoa. This is my Sigma F78 Ultimate Bronze brush. I use it for powder. It's just so big. I will never use this brush for bronzing, but it is fantastic for powder. All right, Lisa doesn't have a bronzer yet, so I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty bronzer. This is in the shade Bright Side. I'm just gonna boop, boop, bronze up all of these little areas. Should I do my nose? Do I want to? Oh. Oh, well, we're going for it. Oh no, what did I do? I never put bronzer on my nose. Oh my God. So I tried this yesterday with the sponge and a brush. I really liked how it turned out with the sponge. I just felt like I had to build it up some. But I think I'm just gonna stick with the sponge here just for today to see how that looks. I do have thinning hair, a little bit of receding up here, especially in the corners. So I like to bronze up here in the corners just to kind of help with that. I think what I'll do for my nose is use my Sigma F04 brush. Just kind of pinch it here and just kind of like shape my nose a bit with that bronzer that I placed. I think I still prefer powder for contouring my nose. This is making me nervous because I could definitely change the shape of my nose a little too much and look a little weird. That's what I'm worried about. Oh my God, I have a crooked nose. Okay. All of my kids are out for spring break, and my mother-in-law, I call her mom. My mom took my toddler and my daughter to go bowling. My daughter's on the bowling team at school. She is currently on the varsity girls team. I'm so proud of her. And she likes bowling. It's something she really loves to do. And my toddler got so excited. He was like, my mom goes, "Do you want to go bowling, Ryan?" And he goes, "Bye, Mom." Ryan's going bowling. Just see ya. I'm going to use my Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Enlivening Blush. I have mine in the shade Island Glow. Now, if you are familiar with this in any way, you will know it is a slightly difficult formula to use. It is thicker than mini cream and liquid blushes, and it is heavily pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. I mean a little bit. You could definitely mess it up real quick. So what I like to do with this blush is I like to squeeze a bit out, and it's kind of difficult to get out of the tube. I'm really hoping she'll change the formula a little bit and the component, but I like to squeeze it out onto the back of my hand. All right, guys, I'm gonna do the Sydney Grace blush brush and just pick it up here on the back of my hand and say a little prayer. All right. Did that work? Yeah. Although I'm using purple, so maybe I should have gone with a different blush. Oh, that's okay. I don't have any additional product on this brush. It's just a powder brush. I'm just gonna use it to kind of like, it's clean, there's nothing on it. Just hopefully tone down that blush a bit. Now I'm gonna take the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Elevated Glow Highlight. This is in the shade Crystal Nebula. This I only bought because of Martina Lily. I've never been a big fan of liquid highlights. I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand here. I always feel like a liquid highlight can definitely turn a foundation sour real quick. I've steered away from them for the longest time. I'm actually gonna pick it up on the side of my sponge here, kind of work it in. And I bought it because Martina has raved about it for the longest time. She just loves it. So I gave in and I tried it, and I'm obsessed with it. It didn't lift my foundation the last time I used it on my first impression. It didn't ruin my blush, ruin my concealer, anything, nothing. And I was thoroughly surprised. I was pretty much speechless when I used it because it's a liquid highlight. It just looks so dewy. It looks so perfect. I don't even have words. Like, there's no highlight on this side. There's highlight on this side, and it just looks so juicy. Like, juicy. My cheek looks juicy. Let's finish this off with some lips. I have the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Fawn lipstick here. I don't have her pencil. I guess I'm cheap when it comes to lip pencils. I love my drugstore lip pencils. There's something, it's not often I will buy a more expensive lip pencil. But before I use this, I haven't had any of her neutral shades. I always buy the reds and the pinks because I just love them so much. Before I show you the application, I want to show you the bullet. This is the bullet. It looks like velvet. It's stunning. Got a little bit of a dog fur. This formula, even though it's more of a matte lipstick, is gentle. There's no tugging. I'm a sucker for a good nude shade. Before I move on with anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So my eyebrows are finished. I put the Benefit Brow Gel in my eyebrows and the Melt Cosmetics Brow Pen, and I primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm actually going to take my Lisa Eldridge eyeshadow palette. This is in Myth. It is a cool toned purple palette. I'm waiting for Vega and Sorcery to come back into stock. I do want those two. I think for now I'm gonna start off with this purple shade here on the outer corner. This is the shade, if I'm reading this correctly, Faded Amethyst. and it's a metallic shade. I'll insert a photo of the swatches, but I want to just start with this shade to see what it looks like on its own, and I'm just going to place that all over the lid. And my blush won't match, but that's okay. I'm not super worried about it. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, let me try my finger on the other lid. I know Lisa uses her fingers a lot for applying makeup, so I think she had that in mind when she made these shadows. Okay, but I like the precision of my brush a little bit more than my little fat fingers. I think my next shade will be Mauve Decade, this shade here, and I'm just gonna pick that up on a Rougher 01 brush and just kind of buff out the edges. That's a really easy formula to use. It's working really well. So this is my first time trying the Lisa Eldridge eyeshadow formula, and I'm impressed. It's like a Charlotte Tilbury and Pat McGrath quality formula, only easier to work with. Incredibly easier to work with. Look at the way this is blending. That's impressive. It's behaving like a creamy matte, like a cream to matte formula. Maybe that's what the velvet is. Maybe that's what she means by velvet. I'm gonna switch brushes and I'm gonna jump into this Nocturama shade. It's also a velvet here on this side, and I'm gonna deepen up the outer corner a bit. I really wanna try that plum shade though, but I wanna kinda keep it a little bit more simple. Let's do the same thing over here on this eye. Really not sure I like this. Oh, nobody told me I had lipstick on my teeth. Really don't know if I like this lip combo with this eyeshadow color though. But I love this formula. All right, I'm gonna switch back in with this Rougher 01 brush and pick up Mauve, well, just a touch of Mauve Decade, and just kind of buff around those edges. Just turn my brush sideways a bit. Just very gentle, like circular motions here. Just kind of buff around those edges until I get it diffused to the point that I like it. Okay, I'm gonna pick up that same Rougher 02 brush and pick up the shade Velvet Amethyst just one more time and just kind of replace what was lost here on the lid. It definitely needs that topper shade. This is very smoky, but I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. And just kind of tap right over what I did. Okay, and now for the fun part. This shade here, Illusionism, is a top coat. I'm gonna try to just place that over that beautiful shimmer shade on my lid. Just see if it, yes, does exactly what I wanted it to. Transforms it. Yes, it did. I'm gonna use that same topper shade here, Illusionism, and just kind of take this Sonia G brush and see if I can place that all over the inner corner a bit. This is a flat definer brush. All right, I'm gonna build up this lower lash line here. I'm gonna use my Sigma E33 brush. It's a detailed diffused crease. I'm actually just gonna use it to pick up a little bit of this Mauve Decade shade. Just kind of smoke out my lower lash line a bit. About like that, because I can always go back in and add a little bit more if I want to. Now what I want to do is I want to play with this shade here in the middle. This is called Victorian Trim. I'm going to use a rougher 28 brush and just kind of pick that up right there on the edge of the brush, the tip of the brush, and just kind of place it along my lashes. I have to be careful. That eye is wanting to water with me again. I'm going to take that original brush and just kind of soften it up a bit. There we go. Now I want to take my rougher 03 brush and go back into the shade Nocturama, this black tone shade, or black shade rather, and just kind of build it up right there at the lashes. I'm going to take that same topper shade here on my Sonia G flat definer. I just want to kind of give a little bit of a highlight to my brow arch. Okay, that is it. Let me go ahead and put a black liner on the inner rim, figure out what I want to do for my lash line. I'm not sure if I can really do anything the way my eyes keep watering up. I'm going to put some mascara on and a pair of my Melt Cosmetics Leo lashes, and then I'll come back. All right, I'm finished. I finished everything off. My eyes couldn't tolerate anymore. I went ahead and just used a black pencil in my waterline, and instead of the Melt Cosmetics Leo lashes, I went ahead and used the Ardell Wispy lashes. My eyes can't take it. My allergies flaring up. The look turned out to be a lot more smoky than I was expecting. I'm not mad at it though. It's beautiful, and in fact, I can't stop staring at myself in the mirror. I love purples. I do. I love all colors. I don't know why I was expecting anything less from Lisa. I mean, honestly, I don't know why I waited so long. These formulas are absolutely amazing. They were so friendly to work with, so easy to work with. I didn't have any issues blending anything out. I've had the foundation for a long time. I love the foundation. It's basically a perfect seamless skin foundation. It's very skin-like, very natural finish. Lisa is a makeup artist and a makeup historian. She's incredible. If you don't know anything about Lisa, look her up. If you know anything about Lisa, I love sharing everything I know about her. Comment down below what you enjoy about it. If you own anything from Lisa, if you're considering picking anything up from Lisa, share it. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and then I'll see you guys in my next video. Do something for yourself today because you are worth it. Bye.